All right. Here we go. With all the good technology, we get the 1 minute lead in. Get the 1 minute lead in. It's beautiful, beautiful. You pay for it all. One way or another, you paying for it, boy. I tell you. I get that bill once a week, or once a month, however it is, once a month. I'm paying for them, paying to be here, and it's all worth it. Welcome to another Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How you doing there?
Good. In all transparency, we are actually taping this live from Memorex. It is Friday night, about 11:30 Detroit time, 10:30 Central Time where I am, and we still bringing you. We still gonna have a great show. We still want you to come in with some with all your good topics and comment on the topics that we talk about. And we here for a good show today. We're doing our preview over the next 3 weeks. College football this week. Next week we're gonna do the AFC for the pro, and the week after that we're gonna do the NFC. And I'm excited. I'm excited. This college one gonna be kind of long. I hate to have to say that. We gonna get right into this one. Boy, I can tell you the reason why it's gonna be kind of long, because all these changes. We got the playoffs coming up this year, 12 teams, and all these realignments, and everybody complaining about teams got to travel this far. Hey, with all this money they're making from the TV, why can't they travel? You know, these jets and everything like that. This NIL money. Everybody's still putting money into the system. They know what they're doing. So we're going to jump right off into it. I want to say thank you again for doing the show with me, sir. And I see you got on your Yankees.
Absolutely.
And I got on my Tigers. Viva los Tigres.
Viva los
Tigres.
Yeah, they lost tonight too.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. They took it on the chin. They couldn't muster up a run, but we're gonna get to that. They have been doing pretty well, but we're gonna get to them. We're gonna start with this football because it's gonna be some fun talking about this. Let's start in the SEC. They added Texas A&M, Texas, and Oklahoma to the SEC. Now they have Alabama, Arkansas. I'm sorry, in alphabetical order. Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, LSU, Mississippi State, Missouri, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Texas, and Vanderbilt. What's that? 16 teams. 16 teams. I think they're still doing the divisions over there.
The East and the West, right?
I think so. There's a lot of question marks going into it this year. They got the perennial doormat Vanderbilt. I'm sorry, Gary Gerson. I know that's your squad, but if they win the SEC, it might be some tragedies going on. The other schools, that's the way they're gonna get to it. I hate to say it like that. Let's see. You add A&M, you add Texas. Texas has put themselves in a good spot to be victorious going into the conference. A&M, they've been saying they're going to be great forever, and you know they've been a lot of lip service. We got Ole Miss, who's looking good. They got I've been trying to think of the boy's name, the coach over there. I always remember him going to the SEC press day last year. Looked like he had been hanging out all night drinking. His dad was the coach for many years in the NFL. He was actually with Bama a few years ago. They looking good. Lane Kiffin looking good. Got them looking good this year. Of course, you still got Georgia, still got Bama, you still got Auburn who trying to sneak in there a little bit. They spend a lot of money over there in Auburn, so they looking for some returns. They have literally spent a lot of money over there in Auburn, and they look for the return. The coach over there, his seat a little warm. Tennessee looking good. They've been looking good over the last couple of years. As it stands right now, who is going to Atlanta to play in the Mercedes-Benz Dome? If we had to guess today, who you think gonna play for the SEC championship?
Georgia against Missouri.
Okay. I didn't expect you to say Missouri, and because they're on the other side of the conference.
No, they said that's the sleeper.
Okay,
that's supposed to be the sleeper. Because I mean, at the end of the day, Texas and Georgia on the same side, right?
I'm pulling it up right now just to be sure. Just to make sure. We got some new technology where I'm only using one screen, so I can look directly still into the camera and still search for stuff, and not look so bad about it. So let's see here. Let's see. Let me pull up SEC conference. Just to make sure. Conference teams, conference divisions. Okay, let's see here.
Excuse me.
So let's see here. We got show me the whole thing. Where you at? Quit playing now. Quit playing.
I think they on the same side.
It was right here. Just so see that's what make me mad. You get stuff together and you don't want to work right.
You get stuff together, don't want to work right.
Come on now. There we go. Standings. Let's see here. I guess they all in one. I guess they are all in one.
Nah, it got to be like an East or West, East versus West or something like that, or North versus South. Because if it's 16 teams, right? Wow.
All right, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to it. We'll figure it out. But I don't know about Missouri. Missouri, I'm not saying they're not a good team, but what I would of course I'm actually gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say Texas. I'm gonna play against if it's not. Hey, this is different with my background in it. What happened? I had a background, but
I don't know, man.
Let me turn my background back on, because that ain't right. We got to have a background. Come on now. Is it back on?
No.
Come on now. This ain't right. What you doing over there, Mr. Video?
I don't know, man.
I'm like, wait a minute. What happened to my background?
That's what I was looking like. Okay, maybe he's doing something new. The internet gremlins. I have no idea.
I guess I got to catch up with my technology.
Catch up with the technology.
Come on now, where you at? Come on, we're playing. Come on, where you at? Come on now, come on. Well, I guess we're going to roll with this one. I guess I'm sitting kind of corner in my office. Right, I got my state flag over my head, but it's all right. Okay, I guess we're doing something new this week.
Right, doing something new.
There we go. Yeah. Come on, there we go. Okay, I guess that's what we got. We're working with what we got.
Yeah, that is funny.
Oh well, we're gonna keep moving. Bring my notes back up. Let's see here. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Texas. I like Texas. They've I can't even say quietly. They've been putting things together, and I would say the dark horse is actually going to be Oklahoma. I would actually say Oklahoma will be the dark horse team.
You know what? I would say the dark horse next to Missouri. The dark horse would be Ole Miss.
Reason why I'm not too keen on Ole Miss is because Lane Kiffin, he's a good coach, but every now and then, he even though he show up to the press conference looking like he's drunk, he coach a little drunk sometimes too. You never know.
Last year's team wasn't bad. Then they only had like 2 losses.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So but think about all the jobs he done had. The Raiders, USC, Tennessee. Now he's at Ole Miss. He was an assistant at Alabama. Mm-hmm. Man, he done had some jobs.
Yes, he has. And I got it. SEC is ditching its division format for 2024 with addition of the 2 Big 12 powerhouses. So it's an open format.
Okay.
So we can actually just pick who we would like to play for the championship because it could actually go down like that. So I'm going to go ahead and say Texas versus Georgia in the SEC championship game. That's my pick, and I'm going to pick Texas to win it. Not because I'm in the state of Texas, but I like what Texas is the direction they've been going.
You got Texas to upset Georgia?
It's a do.
With, they lost them receivers, right? One of them went to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
They lost Xavier Worthy, and they lost the other receiver. And you still going to take Texas?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you know something we don't know.
Well, we're going to find out in week 2 how good they are when they travel to Ann Arbor. And,
they going to roll. They going to roll, Michigan.
Well, but we going. We talked about that last week. I think they're going to do the Florida State. Bobby Bowden. We going to see
31. It could be. It could be. Be.
We're going to see. All right, let's see here.
Upset Georgia for the S. That's a good one. That is a good one.
I actually like what SEC did. They brought in the teams they brought in were no slouches. They didn't bring in no scrubs. You come to the SEC, you come to play. All your teams better be ready to play, or whether it be men's sports, women's sports, because we definitely gonna bring it, and you got to bring it too.
Correct.
I would like to see Vanderbilt get out of there. Honestly, too much tradition, Plus they're making a lot of money off the TV deal. Vanderbilt, in my opinion, has always been a women's sports school in terms of how they do things over there. But I would like to see somebody like somebody who could take Vandy's spot over there.
Take Vandy's spot in what, the SEC?
The SEC.
Florida. Well, nah, that's the same conference.
Florida already in there. Florida already there.
All right. Who could take Vandy's spot from what conference? That's where I'm lost at. What conference?
Well, just anywhere. Just the way they're doing things nowadays, anybody can go.
Right
Florida
now,
State.
who could take Vandy's spot, but it would never happen. Your man, the flag behind you.
Michigan State go to the SEC. Ooh, boy, you're right. We beat them. I know I'm gonna get beat up about this. I'm gonna probably get mad. Everybody get mad.
Okay. All jokes aside, that was a joke. Okay. All jokes aside, take Penn State from the Big Ten and put them over there.
Not bad. A very competitive team. Very competitive team. They would be. I don't know if they would be competitive enough to get to the championship game and get to Atlanta, but they could. With Franklin, he coached a little drunk too sometimes, but I can see him. He always have one good game in him that you don't expect, and he can go down there and beat somebody. So
or you could take a flight out to Boulder and invite Prime. The reason why I'm just saying they got better, right? You had it Warren Sapp. You got probably the potential. You probably got the number one pick as far as quarterback in the draft, right? And they did get better. They uploaded a little bit.
They got better on the offensive line, like they wanted to do. Right. So I do agree with that. But the reason why I wouldn't say Colorado, because Prime don't plan on being there very long.
No.
So for them to be where they are, being in the Big 12, which we're going to get to, I think that's a good spot for them because originally they were going to the Pac-12. They were in the Pac-12, and when everybody started defecting, they were like, no, we got to go too. And they jumped back to the Pac-12 where they were, back to the Big 12 where they were originally. So that makes a lot of sense. All right, next we got the ACC. We have Boston College, Cal, Clemson, Duke, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Louisville, Miami, North Carolina State, North Carolina, Pitt, SMU, Syracuse, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, and that part-time lover, Notre Dame. Notre Dame, the part-time lover, they play a partial ACC schedule.
Wow.
A partial ACC schedule, but they still are an independent technically, and so that's the ACC. They added this year. They added Cal from the defunct Pac-12. They added SMU, Stanford, SMU and Stanford. So they added 3: Cal, SMU, and Stanford. I think that's a good move for those 3 teams. Cal, definitely a major, but a major. SMU, who's had their ups and downs, their coaches at TCU, had their coach still been there, I think they have a little bit more success. And Stanford just fired their head coach, and I forget who it is, but Stanford has the potential to actually come there and make some noise, quite honestly. You got Florida State there. You still got Miami. You got Louisville, who's been good over the last 10 to 12 years. Duke, who has shown themselves. And Clemson, who has been on the roller coaster over the last 3 or 4 years after they won the championship. Who would you think is going to win that conference?
Either Florida State or Miami. And then a distant third would probably be like North Carolina or somebody. Because, I mean, what's the name got them playing? The coach for North Carolina. He used to coach Texas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The guy with the gray hair. The older guy with the gray hair. I know you're talking about, yeah. And ACC is a strong conference, believe it or not. Yeah. They're kind of mixed up with a lot of the old Big East schools in terms of that old. Say the name again.
Mac Brown,
yeah. Mac Brown's a good coach, and I think that's a good place for him. And North Carolina definitely got some of the best uniforms out there with that.
That powder blue with the white. Yeah. Nice.
And it looked nice together, and they do a lot of paisley with it, so it looks real good. Basketball and football both look really nice together.
But that's Team Jordan too, yeah. So
yeah. Yep, Team Jordan, of course. Of course, they're gonna get the nice uniforms.
Absolutely.
For years, Miami and Florida State ran through there. Florida State tried to get out, and the league was like, "See this contract? You see this contract? You're gonna be right here with us." And they tried to sue. If the best lawyers on the world was like, "No, you're gonna stay right here. That's where y'all gonna be, and you can try again, but you're gonna have to pay this money." And they was like, "Pay how much money?" "Yeah, you're right. We love y'all. We love y'all."
Right.
So Florida State wound up sticking around. Coming out of that conference, they haven't quite announced how they're going to do everything right now in terms of how they're aligning everything. Louisville has been traditionally tough. Miami, Florida State, and if I had to pick a 4th team come out of there, I'm not exactly sold on Clemson, but
Dabo Swinney, he's not on my Christmas list. I never liked Dabo Swinney. I never liked Dabo Swinney.
Not a very likable character, but he can coach.
The way they did Kelly Bryant.
Not only Kelly Bryant, but the quarterback, the one whose name you can barely say, who wound up having to transfer to Oregon State.
Ungalala.
Yeah. See, I'm not gonna mess that name up. I'm not messing that name up. The way he did him. So, I know
Oregon State no more. He went somewhere else.
He went somewhere else.
No, you know where he at? I think he had Florida State or he had Miami. He had one of them two.
Well, it makes sense for him though, because once your coach leaving, he took his rookie with him. He didn't take him with him when he came to Michigan State. He had to go find somewhere else to go. I
think he is. I think he had either Florida State or he's either at Florida State or he at Miami. He had one of the two. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I never was a Dabo Swinney fan. Even when he had Deshaun Watson and all them, I never was a fan. Because it's just something about him, man. I just don't like him.
I agree. He's not a very likable character. But when at the end of a game, if he won, boy, he talked cash money junk, boy. He talking. He looking for every camera, every microphone, cash money junk. But when he lose, He
Oh,
is
he out of
very
there.
gracious. He's
Yeah, he
very gracious. He come shake the coach's hand. He talk about how the other team played, even though he want to say we play like doo-doo. He's very gracious. He's just
right.
as crazy in victory as he is gracious in defeat. So that's what I like about Dabo. He on the sideline looking. You're right. He wear that cap on his head and the nose and the cap together. Look like he look like a crane. But
Nah.
something about
Nah,
him.
I have never been a fan. I just don't. It's just something about him. I don't like him. Like, for real. Like, I be like, ugh, I don't like him. I don't know what it is. I just don't like him.
He does not come across as very likable at all. I agree. So we stuck with Florida State coming out. Are we saying Florida State gonna do it?
Yeah, the dark horse out of that might be Notre Dame, but I don't know because I haven't seen the schedule. And
Well, Notre Dame is technically not a member of the ACC. They just play a few games.
You named them, so we gotta pay homage to them because you named them.
But they technically are just they're full-fledged members in basketball and all the other sports.
Correct.
But for football, they kissing cousins. They come in, play a few games, play their rest of their open schedule as an independent. NBC love them. They get all the primo spot games on NBC, which is which is how it all started. Which is basically where all of this started to begin with, in terms of TV contracts. So if I'm Notre Dame, I'm not trying to join the conference either. Even though they're making less money than everybody else, it helps the recruit to say, "Hey, we got our own every week. We on NBC." So your mama and daddy can still come and see you.
Or Peacock. Well, no, Peacock is the Big Ten, I think. I think Big Ten.
Big Ten, yeah, Peacock.
But since we're on this subject about college football, why doesn't Michigan and Michigan State play Notre Dame no more? That was a good little rivalry.
Well, Michigan State's picking Notre Dame back again. I think if not next year, the year after that. Okay. But Michigan and Notre Dame has not picked up that rivalry again. Honestly. In my opinion, it had to do a lot with them, fighting and stuff. And yeah. You remember back in the 80s and 90s where they was, the Catholics versus, the Wolverines. Not quite Catholic versus convicts. No, it was some blows thrown. It was some blows thrown coming about them tunnels. So they had to back up off of it for a minute, which is understandable. I would like to see it come back, but. I think Michigan was, there was almost like a loss, so they kind of backed away from it. That's my own opinion. If I can get somebody, we can find out about it. We can find out what actually happened. What actually happened to that rivalry, and I like to see it come back. It's a good regional rivalry. It's a short trip between each campus. You really don't even have to get on the plane to get from one spot to the other. It's almost worth it just to drive. It's a 2-hour drive either way, whether you're going to Ann Arbor or to East Lansing or down to Notre Dame. So it makes sense for them to bring it back. I would, but at the end of the day, is it worth the money? For Michigan State, Notre Dame, I would say yes. That's a good money maker for both teams. Absolutely. Is it a really good money maker for Notre Dame and Michigan? Maybe not right now. I would say probably 3 or 4 years down the line when Washington and Oregon and USC come in and start smacking the Big Ten around a little bit more, they might want to pick that game back up again. Notre Dame, Michigan might want to pick that game back up again. Wow. All right. Speaking of which, we're going not quite ready for the Big Ten yet. We had the Big 12. We got Arizona State, Baylor, BYU, UCF, Cincinnati, Colorado, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas, Oklahoma State, TCU, Texas Tech, Utah, and West Virginia. They've added Arizona State, Colorado, Utah, and I think Houston is new to the Big 12. Yes, they are new to the Big 12. I think that this is Utah's league to lose. Utah has been whooping everybody when they were in the Mountain West, even when they play crossover games. People did not want to play Utah. They still don't want to play Utah.
No.
So I like Utah winning that conference. TCU, it's easy to recruit down here. TCU gonna be good again. Houston, they run that offense that's hard to stop. What you think, son? Give me your names again. Arizona State, Baylor, BYU, UCF, Cincinnati, Colorado, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas, Oklahoma State, TCU, Texas Tech, Utah, and West Virginia.
Yeah, Utah. And after Utah,
what name did I not say?
Right. After Utah, I'm going to say Colorado.
I knew he was going to say that.
I really believe that they're going to be, what did they finish last year? 4-8 or something like that?
Yep. They were close in all those games, but maybe 2.
Yeah, I believe.
Oregon jumped on them.
I believe you might can change that around. 8-4. I really believe Colorado going to be good.
Okay. Are they bowl good or win the conference good?
No, bowl good. No, they ain't winning. Win the conference good. Utah will have to X out somebody. Well, Utah will have to X out like KU. KU is actually good in football, starting, right? Or they will have to X out Arizona. Rodriguez, he ain't been right since he left Michigan.
Well, I thought he was gone.
Ain't
Rodriguez from Arizona?
I thought he was in Arizona still.
Well, let me look. I thought he was gone.
Yeah, I thought Rich Rod was still in Arizona.
Because he had his girlfriend and his wife on the sideline at the same time.
No, I didn't know that.
Down in Arizona?
You sure? I thought they were still there.
Let's see. I'm looking at him right now. Let's see. He's the pass coach. He's not there anymore. Rich Rod, he's not. He might be a consultant somewhere, but he's not coaching right now.
Wow. Okay.
No. He's at Jacksonville State.
That's where Rich Rod is?
Jacksonville State, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. He's in the Conference USA with Jacksonville State. Not the Jacksonville that we originally would normally think of, where Deion came from, but the other Jacksonville. He's at Jacksonville State in Conference USA.
Wow.
The man can coach. He can't keep his personal life together. He coached just like the old boy at Arkansas. What's his name? The guy who got fired at Arkansas originally for dating the volleyball coach. She played on the volleyball team, and they brought him back as an offensive coordinator, and then made him the head coach like a couple of days later. What is his name? Let me pull it up.
Talking about what's his name? I can't even think of the guy's name. What was the guy's name? It didn't come to me. Like it always does. Who's my man?
Oh, no, Sam Pittman's there.
Who?
They said Sam Pittman.
Never heard of him. Who was that?
No, Bobby Petrino.
But Bobby Petrino. That was
Bobby Petrino. Yeah. Bobby Petrino. I'm sorry, I skint your leg up on the motorcycle. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Petrino. Yeah.
Yeah, him and Rich Rod, they about the same. They can't keep the women straight. They can't keep the women straight. Bobby Petrino has a better winning percentage, and that's why he's back at Arkansas as the head coach. Yeah.
Oh, that's where he's currently right now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bobby Petrino. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Petrino, he's a good coach. But, they probably put all of the stipulations in the contract like they did Mel Tucker. You can't do this, you can't do that. And if we catch you doing it, you got to go.
I feel bad for Mel. I do.
I don't.
Wow.
I really don't. Now, you know how the kids say he fumbled the bag? He fumbled the bag. That man fumbled the bag. That's ridiculously. That man fumbled the bag. And that's why I don't feel bad for him, because when you get the opportunity like that, you can't do stuff like that. We talked about him last week, and how he's a little short of the coins, and I understand why he's suing. I get it, but if he's lucky, he might get his lawyers paid for. But I doubt they even gonna do that. All right, so let's see a Big 12. Let's see. I got Utah winning it, and let's see here. I'd actually like to see them. They would probably, if I had to guess, they gonna play against Cincinnati. Cincinnati has a way, no matter who coaches there, of winning. They've been consistent lately, or Kansas. TCU might sneak back up in there.
TCU might backdoor in there too. Yeah.
TCU might come back in there. We got the Big Ten alphabetically: Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, Michigan State, Minnesota, Nebraska, Northwestern, Ohio, Oregon, Penn State, Rutgers, UCLA, USC, Washington, having added Oregon, UCLA, USC, and Washington. I was so excited when I saw them teams coming in there: UCLA, USC, Washington, Oregon. Not only are they the strongest football conference, they're the strongest volleyball conference in the country. They got the heady hitters, because when you got best teams, Nebraska, you got Wisconsin. I know this is a football show, but volleyball is near and dear to my heart. So you got Nebraska, Wisconsin, USC, Penn State. Woo, that's 5 right there. Those 5 teams are mainstays in the NCAA's every year. I'm forgetting Minnesota. Minnesota's been good lately as usual. All right, back to football, back to reality. All right, they've done the open conference thing, and over so many years, everybody's gonna play each other. Over every 3 or 4 years, everybody has to have played each other. And this year, is an open conference now? Who's going to Indianapolis?
Ohio State.
To play against who?
On that other side, on that. It might be SC.
I'm going Oregon.
Oh,
versus Ohio State. I'm going Oregon versus Ohio State.
That's do they? Okay, Michigan goes to Eugene or they come here.
Well, let's find out. I don't think they play this year.
Yeah, they play this year.
They're at Michigan, November 2nd.
See, that's
as of right now, Oregon's number 3, Michigan's number 9.
That's because I don't think they can negate that speed. Oregon fast. They ain't just fast, they football fast. This is totally in Michigan.
Here's the problem. They play November 2nd.
And
in an open stadium in Michigan.
Eugene ain't warm. Oregon ain't warm.
You're right. I forgot all about that. You're right.
Come on, man. Oregon, that's not warm.
You're right. Oregon's not.
Yeah, you might be right. I get it. Ohio State and Oregon. That's why I said it depends. If they go to Oregon, you gonna see another Florida State Michigan score. If Michigan gonna hang with them, look, this is look. For real, I've been watching college football for a long time. You see the gray. So this is what I'm saying. You can't teach speed, man.
You can't.
And they fast. Texas is fast. You down there. They fast.
Yep.
But when you add football plus fast, that's a whole different animal. They football fast and they fast. No. Just
and
imagine.
They're very real disciplined.
Just imagine if Bijan Robinson didn't go pro. Xavier Worthy was still there, and that other kid was there. Man, they have murdered Michigan, man. The only thing what's gonna help them is because Quinn Ewers is bringing in a new receiving corps, but they defense is suspect because that's why they talk about his will. They don't talk about nobody else on that defense. They just talk about that cornerback. He can't. You ain't. That's not Woodson. He not shutting down half that. That's why I keep saying Michigan fan base, fantasy island. They don't deal in reality.
I think they're gonna be okay. I'm not saying
when they start losing. Okay. When they start losing, it's gonna be, well, Jimmy took everybody. No, that means you didn't develop your players.
I think they're gonna be okay. I don't think they're gonna be national championship okay. My guess is 9-3, 8-4 for Michigan.
8-5.
8-5. If Michigan State can go 500 and make a bowl this year, I will be the happiest man on earth.
Michigan State can beat them.
They can. They can beat them. They can beat them every year, but last year. Last year was the only year they couldn't have beat them because the talent last year was just much more stronger for Michigan.
What was the score last year?
49-0.
Oh, they ain't even scored. No. Okay, the year we lost with the fight, we should have beat them that year.
That game was actually pretty close.
We should have beat
going
them.
down the stretch.
We should have beat them. We should have beat them.
Yeah,
I don't know why we didn't beat them, but we should have beat them.
Yeah. I can tell you, quick story. Every year I go to my boy house to watch the game, and they all Michigan fans. It's like literally 2 or 3 of us that are State fans. The game was so boring last year. Michigan was beating them so bad. They just started talking about boxing. They didn't even talk about the football game anymore. They just started talking about boxing because the game was so over, so terrible.
Where did we play? Where did we play them last year? In Ann Arbor?
No. In East Lansing.
Damn, they did that to that. They did us like that.
Woo! It was a night game too. It was a night game, and I'm sitting there, my face is just tore up, and everybody just pat me on the back, teasing me. I had to take it. You got to take it. It's all in good fun. Wasn't nothing malicious, but I can tell you, the game got to be so bad, we start talking about boxing.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
And I don't know boxing. I'm not a boxing guy, so I'm basically still trying to, hope they score something. And it just didn't work out that way. It just didn't work out.
Wow. Okay.
I'm excited about this new Big Ten. I really am. We got an east to west with a good mix in the middle. At some point, they're probably going to add a little bit more of a southern influence beyond Nebraska. So I'm looking forward to that. But what they have now, it can sustain itself for a good little while, and the money is being made. ESPN, CBS, Peacock is there. So Notre Dame can stay where they are. They've made enough overtures to them to bring them in. And if I'm Notre Dame, hey, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I'll make $20 million less. That's okay. But we good. We good over here. We the Golden Domers. We gonna wear our golden helmets.
Golden Dome. Yep.
We're gonna be just fine. We're gonna be just fine. All right. That wraps up our football. Man, we got into it, boy. We talked a lot about that today. We're gonna quickly jump into some NFL. Before we do that, don't forget to click like, click share. Don't forget to get the book Great Friends Journey Every Day by the one Mr. Marcus Holmes. This young man right here. Oh, wrong finger. That young man right there. Get this book. Let's see. Sweetest Day is coming up. It's August. We can't forget about Sweetest Day. We have Valentine's Day. You get your man. Sweetest Day is supposed to be for the men. Supposed to be, but like everything else, they get taken over by the ladies. But originally Sweetest Day was for for children, but it turned into the Sadie Hawkins. It went from Sadie Hawkins to where's my $1,000 worth of gift for the ladies, like for Valentine's Day. But still, men, demand your gifts. Demand something other than the keychain. Demand your gift. Demand your gifts.
All your complaints to Kamau Williams.
That's right. I'm doing you. I'm stirring it up. The men like gifts too. We want something other than what we get on Valentine's Day when we get a tie or one pair of sock and get the other sock for our birthday. We got to do better. We are deserving. We are deserving. All right, NFL preseason. JJ McCarthy is out. He tore his meniscus in his knee. I don't know if he heard it in the game or he heard it in practice. And I thought it was a joke. Everybody's making jokes on the internet about bringing Tom Brady back to come play for Minnesota. And I'm like, so did he really hurt his knee? So I turned on NFL Network, and yeah, he really did. Honestly, I'm not happy because I was looking forward to JJ, getting a chance in Minneapolis. I'm not being funny. I wanted to see what the kid can do. He didn't have to throw the ball a lot in Michigan because he didn't have to. You got two automatic running backs behind you, and you just got to make a throw when you have to. In NFL, you got to throw the ball. I wanted to see what he could do, and he looked good in that first preseason game. He was able to find open man. Hit a couple guys wide open, come across the seam. I was hoping that he could continue that moving forward in the NFL. We got the Lions today. Don't forget, we are coming at you live from Memorex. But 4 o'clock Eastern, they are down in Kansas City right now. And they are 0-2. Yeah, I agree, 0-2. Definitely 0-2 at this point. They will be playing against Kansas City, who will be playing their starters for pretty much the first half. I don't think Michigan. I don't think the Lions are going to be playing their starters at all. I think that if I remember correctly, he said he wanted to see a good week of practice, and or if not, he was going to play his starters. And I think they are sitting for this Saturday. So I'm of course I'm gonna tune in before I go. We say.
I have a question.
What you got?
So they go 0-2 after today. Are you a little worried? Are you a little concerned?
No.
Okay.
Okay. The reason I'm not concerned is if they were playing their starters for a quarter to a quarter and a half to 2 quarters, and you still getting these same results, then I'm worried. Last year, I remember saying some of the same thing. You're not really playing your number ones out there. I was concerned a little bit last year. Your number ones, your number 2s and 3s was playing a lot against them number ones last year in the preseason, and they were still kind of holding their own, but they what were they in the preseason last year? 2-2, 3-1.
I think 2-2, 3-1. I think they were 3-1.
Yeah. But they held their own against the ones out there a lot. I do see this as another loss, but I could be wrong. A wrong clock is right twice a day. Wrong clock is right twice a day.
That's what Paulie told Rocky too in Rocky 5. Hey Rock, there's your ship. What ship? The one that's sinking. Just saying.
Yeah.
Tommy Gunn, there's your ship. Yeah. What ship? The one that's sinking.
Whatever happened to Sage Stallone?
Who?
Sage Stallone.
Man, rest in peace. He died.
No, not Tommy. Not Tommy. Sage. Sage was Rocky's real son in real life.
He passed. I said rest in peace.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Oh wow.
Bad drug addiction. Fast. I know.
Oh man. Wow, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Wow, yeah, I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
You looking at it now?
Yeah, I just saw 2012.
Yeah, 2012. He had a real bad. They tried to get him help, but I didn't get no help. I ain't passed.
It's hard to be a second generation behind parents that his dad was famous like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of people, if you ever watch the movie Rocky Balboa, a lot of people think that's his son. I'm like, nah, that's not his son. This son played. Okay, remember it went Rocky all the way to Rocky 5. And then after Rocky 5, it came Rocky Balboa. That's when he fought Sean Tarver. He fought Tarver in that movie. And they thought that was his son. I'm like, no, that's not his son. His son passed.
His son was in the movie with the guy with Tuck. What is his name? Tommy Gunn. He was in that movie.
Yeah, Tommy Gunn. Tommy Gunn. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. Yeah.
Right.
He died of them 3 letters. Yeah. All right, and last for NFL preseason news, we're gonna really pick it up starting next week. Tom Brady is returning to New England, Week 5 to call the game versus the Dolphins. And I feel kind of bad for him because I think the Dolphins are going to jump on him in New England. The Dolphins has had even with Tom Brady was there, the Dolphins has had New England's number over the last number of years. So the coach down there, he kind of silly, but he knows stuff. And you got Cheetah going up there, and it won't be a cold game, so that bodes well in the Dolphins' favor.
Well,
So
remember, the 1 year they were about to beat the Dolphins.
Right, and they came back.
They put Gronk out there, and he still ran it back.
Yep. And they made the playoffs. Dolphins made the playoffs. Yeah.
I felt bad for him. I'm like, y'all put Gronk. Why y'all got Gronk?
That was the dumbest. Why would you put Gronk back there? Gronk is good at running routes. He ain't tackled nobody since high school. You don't put Gronk back there.
And he had his arm in the sling thing.
Yeah. He tried to dive at his feet at the 3-yard line. Oh, I laughed so hard at that. But the coach, I forget his name. He one of the greatest. Belichick, one of the greatest coaches of all time. Why would you put Gronk back there for that?
Well, you know what? That probably wasn't his call. You know who called that probably was? That idiot who used to coach us. Patricia, well, coach y'all. I'm sorry. Patricia probably said, put Gronk out there. I could not believe it. Wasn't that Raheem Mostert that ran it back? I believe that was Raheem Mostert.
I think it was.
I said, man, Gronk ain't about to catch him, man. I was like, oh, my God. Yep. I remember that one.
All right. Once again, don't forget to click like, click share. We want to thank everybody who's been joining the Love and Stuff family as well as the Sports Talk family. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for the people who every week come out and make comments. Jay Purry, Kenneth, Hamby, some of our favorites. Steve, who else? I'm trying to remember my boy's name. Greg, every week, who loves Steve Harris, who every week make comments and post stuff with us. We really do appreciate you. Thank you for keeping us going. We're gonna move
Carmen Evans. Yeah. Carmen Evans.
Carmen Evans. That's right. Carmen Evans. So speaking of which, we got something coming for the ladies. We're gonna start a new section. Ladies who love sports, we're gonna bring you guys in as a part of Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix, and we want to hear what you got to say. Passion, I know you watching my show. Passion, my girl, talk a lot of junk. Only thing is, we got to bring you. Passion, you can't cuss. That's the only thing. My girl, Passion, she know her stuff, but she knows her stuff. Passion, she knows her stuff, but she cuss, so we got to bring Passion back.
Passion, Passion. That's that.
No, Pashen. Pashen.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. So she know basketball, football.
Oh yeah.
I got one question for her. I can't wait. I got one question. I want to know who she think is the GOAT.
In basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, she got an answer. I'm pretty sure I already know what the answer is, but she give it to
Who you think the answer is?
We're going to let her say it herself.
Oh, man. This your people, man.
And here's why. Because I don't want her to say, you can't be talking for me. I can speak for myself. I know better than answer that question. I know better. All right, now, we got the Tigers who are, let's see, where they at? 59 and 64. Fourth in the Central, still 14 games behind Cleveland. 4-2 over the last 2 games. The Yankees are in town. They lost tonight 3-0. They have won 4 out of their last 5. 4 in a row, actually, out of their last 5. So, of course, I got to go Viva Los Tigres. Come on, Tigers. We need you to get back in there.
Where's the fat lady at?
Well, she at Bay. I think they drove her back to Pontiac.
Where's that at?
She in the middle of the Dream Cruise right now. She on the Dream Cruise. God. She's stuck in traffic on the Dream Cruise.
When are you just going to say it's over? You got it. When are you just...
When all of the playoff teams have been announced. As of right now, the fat lady, she enjoying herself. She had the burger spot up in Birmingham. She enjoying herself. And she in the Dream Cruise. She having a good time.
She Dugan's on Wood.
No, not Dugan's. Further up in Birmingham, the black and white.
Okay.
I can't think of the name of it. the place that every 5 years say they're gonna close and then they don't, and they get people come up there and they say it's our last day, and they still be open the day after that. I can't think of
what is that? The garage? Is that
it's not the garage? Not the garage.
Not the garage.
But everybody, when I say that, everybody know I'm talking about, because they always laugh when I say that, because that's exactly what they do. Oh, we gonna close. They going up on the rent on us. Nah, they still there.
They still there. Okay.
They still there. But hey, come on, Tigers. We still love you. Come on. You can do it. We gonna keep praying for you. Let's see here. We a little short on time, but we're gonna jump right into our next segment. We're gonna jump into our Free Saturday topic. We got Jordan Chiles has to give back her medal. They said she was stripped of her medal. I wouldn't call it that. You stripped of your medal if you do something you ain't got no business. I would say that they are going to give it back to the other young lady who originally was in third place. I forget what country she's from. So she's going to get the medal, and she has to give it back. Flavor Flav went out and made her a bronze clock, Flavor Flav style. It looked pretty cool. Of course, it's not a bronze medal, but I guess he figured, I'm gonna give you something for your trouble, which is pretty cool. But this Free Saturday topic can easily have been in the Stoopid Sports News. The Erica Hamby has a federal case against the Los Angeles Aces. I know we check in on the WNBA. Tonight was their first night back, so we're going to table that to next week. We want to make sure we still do some women's sports topics. We're going to use Jordan Chiles and Dearica Hamby. You know who Dearica Hamby is? She was originally drafted by them when they were in San Antonio. She followed them when they went to Las Vegas, and she had a baby. She had already had a daughter, and in her contract, she negotiated for team housing, for money for school for the baby, and for her oldest daughter. Then she got pregnant, and right, she had signed a new contract. Okay. Then she got pregnant. Okay. Becky Hammond jumps in, calls her on the phone, dogs her out, and then they trade her to the Sparks. Dearica Hamby didn't miss any time. Let her know that she wasn't going to miss any time. They reneged on giving her the money for schooling for the kid. They kicked her out the team housing, and now she's with Los Angeles, and she's averaging pretty close to what she was before. I want to say 18-10, something like that. And she actually, the first one was a case. The first case she won, but now she's suing again. This is a federal case, and not a lot of people are calling for Becky Hammond to resign or be fired for all the things that she said, dogging her out, saying that she got pregnant on purpose, and we traded you because you got pregnant, So Becky Hammond, she's tough, but there's some lines that you can't cross. So I'm interested how this is going to go moving forward. This is something. This is a whole lot of something, not a whole lot of nothing. So moving forward, we're gonna take a look into that and see what happens with that case. All right, as we roll down, we got about 5 minutes left in the show. We're gonna make a quick pause for the cause as we jump into Stoopid Sports News. All right, we got Stoopid Sports News. First, we're going to start with Mr. Harbaugh. He was originally supposed to be the honorary captain in the first game, and now he's not coming.
Right.
They said that he said the word is he said he couldn't leave his team for a day. It wouldn't be fair to his team for him to come out and be a part of that. So now the honorary captains are senior Harbaugh and mom are going to be the honorary captains for the game. So of course, to me, that falls right in the Stoopid Sports News, because why would you even propose that to begin with? You are already on the precipice of having these violations against the school. Of course, in my mind, they not the violations are we sorry that we caught you? Now we're sorry that you did something. That's what's going basically what's going to happen. But at some point you got to let it go. And I'm glad that somebody was smart enough to say, this is what we really going to say about the Harbaugh not coming, as opposed to saying, Jim, no, not right now. So maybe somewhere down the line, 5-10 years when they have 5 years when they have the first 5-year reunion of the championship, come back then, come back on the 10, come back on the 20. Don't do that like this right it is right now. It's still a little fresh. It's still a little fresh. What are your thoughts? All right, moving right along. Yeah. In more Jim Harbaugh news, he was originally going to offer Colin Kaepernick a job on his coaching staff with the San Diego Chargers. And everybody's like, should he offer him? Should Colin Kaepernick take it? I said, oh, yeah, he should take it. Because to me, that makes sense. Why? Because at some point, he could be an emergency third quarterback. Coaching on the sideline, because you already got the starter. He out with hamstring issues. And as you know, you got the backup out there. You got Colin Kaepernick on the sideline. He can run inside and jump in the bat and go down the bat pole and get dressed and run out there like Willis Reed. So, but they didn't make the offer. Everything didn't go through. I think that was their way of trying to backdoor the NFL to get Kaepernick back out there. That was his original coach in San Francisco. So I can see where, you would want to do something like that. And the stupidest of the most stupid sports news of the 3 we got today, the entire Notre Dame swim team is suspended for 1 year. Did you hear about that?
No, I ain't hear about that.
You know why?
No.
Gambling. Not gambling on the app on the website. Amongst each other, they were betting times, and they were putting money up to see who was going to make the times that they were doing for themselves. Now, this is not exactly an uncommon practice. They just got caught.
They just got caught.
You make bets all the time. I bet you I get 3 sacks this game. Oh man, you're not gonna get no 3 sacks. I bet you I get 3 tackles behind the line. Oh man, you're not gonna get that. There's always some kind of a wager going on, no matter where you are. These jokers had detailed records. The athletic director found out he had no other choice. He had no other choice. So I'm laughing at it, but kids, come on now. You got to think a little bit better about this. That wasn't exactly the smartest thing. You should. Not at all. Not too bright. That was on the not too bright list for everything. All right. We come down to the end of the show. Thank you once again, sir, for doing the show with me. As always, it's an honor. We come back on the 24th. We may be live for Memorex again over the next couple of weeks. Depends on how everything works out. We let you know in advance. Once again, there will not be a poll next week. We are doing the AFC in the NFL, the toughest conference, quote unquote, right now, with everybody, with the toughest part of the league, toughest half of the league, and the toughest league being the AFC North. And so we looking forward to talking about it and having some fun with that. And so come on, join us as we get ready to do that next week. And thank you once again, sir. We're going to see him. And let's see, 12 hours from now, y'all going to be seeing us rolling. So come on now. Check us out. Leave us some comments. Let us know what we can do better as always. And we do appreciate you. Don't forget to click like, click share. As always, we trying to be the soul train of this generation. We may not be, we may not have the afro. We may not have that cool speaking voice. But we bring some good content to you every week. All right, everybody, be safe. And we shall see you again. All right, next week.